Thank you, Jinjue. Good morning, everyone. I'm really happy to be able to stand here to give this report after 6 months of hard work by a group of more than probably 40 or 50 people working on the special case of Typhoon Morakot. And we had a press conference yesterday to announce the publication of this special report. So for our guests from our foreign guests, you will get a copy of this, although you may not understand in Chinese, or maybe it's not too late for you to learn. You prefer, but we only have a PDF file. If we have that in Word, then you can do a translation through Google, right? And hopefully the translation give you a correct translation. Not as long as the probably some newspaper we saw this morning about our press conference. I should not say too much about that. Come on, must get into trouble. Okay, since this scientific report contains a lot of material, so actually in my talk, I will only present probably just 2 parts of this special report, and rest of the report will be reported by other team members. So the title of my talk is Typhoon Morakot, a devastating Category 2 typhoon. So Category 2 is very important, and also devastating is very important. Okay, for this task team, this is our members, the team member, probably like 16 or 15, I forgot, sorry, from several department, institutes, and the centers, and also Central Weather Bureau. And our mission, we have 3 missions to accomplish. The first one is to carry out a preliminary study. I have to emphasize this just preliminary because there's no way we can complete everything in just 6 months. And we have to do teaching and do other research also. Okay, so preliminary study on the characteristic of Typhoon Morakot and the causes for extreme rainfall. And the second one is to understand the condition observation system and the forecast operation during the typhoon period. And the third one is to propose strategic plan for the enhancement of typhoon research and forecast capability. And this is how the special report looks like. It was released yesterday. And this is the major content of the report. We have a synthesized report on the at the very beginning of the report, and 6 chapters. And the first one is about synoptic and rainfall analysis, led by Benjo. The second one was led by me on the large-scale background flow. And the third one is on a radar observation on mesoscale rain band by Tai-Chi Chen. And the fourth one was on a satellite sounding and hydrological observation system by Bo-Xiong Li. And the fifth one is evaluation of track and rainfall forecast by Ye Tianjiang. And the sixth one was the numerical modeling and forecast by CCU. So the rest of my talk will actually mostly focus on the first 2 issues. And through this preliminary investigation, we identified some uniqueness of the Typhoon Morakot. The first one is actually Typhoon Morakot was occurred in a very dry typhoon season. When I say dry typhoon season, that's for Taiwan, not for Philippines. Yeah, that was very wet. And the second characteristic is long duration record-breaking rainfall. We already know that. And that was partly due to the weakening of steering flow and small translation speed and a long influencing time that was longer than 64 hours. And the fourth one is, it's kind of surprise to us, was this asymmetric structure embedded in a large-scale convection zone, USD later. And then the coexistence was very strong southwesterly monsoon flow and the typhoon. And then is the continuously forming mesoscale rain band that keep producing in the Taiwan Strait and coming inland to Taiwan, in southern Taiwan, and also over the slope or the steep terrain. And again, the last one is a mountain lifting effect. And how anomalous was the 2009 typhoon seasons? Okay, here I show you the percentile for the July to September for 2009. Here you see is the specific humidity at 50 millibar, and most of the area exceeding 95 percentile. So it was very humid. And how about I see surface temperature and a large area also exceeding 95 percentiles. But when you look at the rainfall, especially near Taiwan, over the Philippines or in the tropical part of Philippine Sea, it was exceeding 90 percentile. But near Taiwan, actually, there's a blank area that indicating the rainfall was below 10 percentile. So actually, Taiwan was in a very dry or very dry condition in the 2009 typhoon season. And if you look at the typhoon tracks, the total number was 22. I guess that was based on JMA's record. And that was slightly less than the capitological number, around 27. And look at the track, two characteristics. The first one is southward shifted and moving westward. The second tendency was eastward shifted and moving northward. And how about Taiwan? If I blow it up, look carefully, there were only two typhoons that was close to Taiwan. If we do not count the Palma that have relatively small effect on Taiwan. And so the first one was a Lianhua, and it has a little effect on Taiwan. And the only one has a big effect on Taiwan was Morakot, like coming from the east and turning northwest with a very slow speed. So in terms of number of typhoons, it was small also. And how about the large-scale circulation and convection? This is the anomaly of 850 millibar stream wind vectors and also our low weather radiation anomaly. So this for July, August, and September. If you look carefully, for example, maybe blow it up.